Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of JoJo no Kimyou no Bouken Ougon no Kaze, or you could call it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, whichever title suits you for JoJo Part 5. On episode 21. This episode right here looks really simple, nothing much I can really give out, although I will give out certain small vague details about like the stand Crimson King, but don't expect me to explain it very well. If you guys watch the episode, you will understand it. If you haven't and you just watch this recap without knowing anything, then you will just be confused as hell. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Bucciarati still managed to survive after he zipped up the hole that he was created and tries to hit the boss that the boss poked a hole into his freaking like abdomen area whatsoever. But unfortunately, he managed to dodge the attack, and Bruno, on the other hand, still tries to make his attacks against the Crimson King or the boss. But unfortunately, we get a little small detail about like Crimson King's ability. Somehow, in his own world, he is able to dodge or skip time whatsoever, however you want to call it. But he can also read the future movements of the person, only for a little bit. We don't really know how long it is, but one thing was sure, he almost kills Bruno again, and he was about to kill his own freaking daughter. His own daughter, to keep his own identity safe and sound. And this only caused more trouble later for him, as Bruno still managed to make his attacks and able to rescue Trish in the nick of time. But we see to it, of course, the wound that the boss landed on Bruno before he was about to go kill Trish was pretty devastating. But thanks to Bruno's own abilities of Sticky Fingers or Zipper Man whatsoever, we see to it that he was able to escape. Along with the help of Giorno Giovanna's abilities, he managed to escape completely. Of course, Giorno knew something was going on and he decided to go investigate himself. However, we see to it that when he was gonna go investigate, something's happened all of a sudden in a strange way whatsoever, you know. And later on, we see to it that Giorno and the others arrive right on the nick of time for them to rescue Bruno and Trish. And they ask what the hell is going on here. Of course, the boss himself, he was gonna reveal himself to fight maybe the 6 members of Bruno's clan or the entire team, but he very well knows that if he shows himself, he will like be identified and things will get really hellish and bad for him. So he decides to lay low, but he's not gonna let them get away with this. That is for sure. So of course things got really tight, is really dangerous for everyone else right now. And Bruno, on the other hand, in a great big reluctance, decide to explain everything to his entire team, to Mr. Fugo, Abakio, and Narancha, you know. And we see to it that Bruno decides to tell the entire truth to his entire crew after like with much reluctance, and he tells them that the boss was trying to kill Trish, his own daughter, so I interfered and tried to take him head on. And they go like, what the hell, are you this serious? Even Fugo actually like reprimands him or scolds him or gets angry about this, going like, you let your own emotions get the best of you. But Bruno says, yeah, but it's me. Are you kidding me? Like, trying to kill your own daughter, that's not cool whatsoever. And we see to it that as the episode continues on with its own procedure and pace, Bruno gives them a warning and gives them a decision. I'm going to tell you right now, you have a decision. You go on this boat with me, we become traitors to the entire organization. We may not make it out of this alive. You can either stay with the organization by staying on this island, or you could come with me and face the entire organization head on, which would be very dangerous. And we have to it, of course, eventually, that Abakio does get upset about what Bruno did, but he never had a home to begin with, so he decides to board the boat with Bruno, you know? And we see to it, of course, Mr. He very well knows the dangers happening here and there, but he believes in Bruno's abilities of having to take on an entire organization as long as he doesn't give up. So he decides to come along. In exchange, he becomes capo of the organization. So I'm thinking in my mind, you know, that's pretty cool. As for Giorno, he decides to go anyway, you know. As for Narancia, he is nervous and scared, and he does tell Bruno, if you order me to do this, I'll go with you. But Bruno says, I'm not going to do that. You have to decide for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, Narancia, this is not for you, man. You ain't going to handle it. You can't handle it. And Fugo decides to stay behind with Narancia, you know, etc. Of course. But after Narancia looking at Trish's arm and remembering his own past where he was abandoned by his own friends, his father and everyone else who don't trust him anymore, especially when Trish was being abandoned by her father and was trying to get killed whatsoever, Narancia decides to make his decision and decides to go with Bruno and swims his way to the boat. Even everyone else is really shocked about that. And we see to it that Narancia gives his will and vow to Bruno that he wants to protect Trish. Her arm is like me and my arm, you know, kind of thing. So her wound is like my own. So I'm going to make sure, like, I'm going to give it all I got, you know? And we see to it that Fugo, on the other hand, decides not to go. And the episode ends off with, like, everyone else except for Fugo goes out to the distance and gets ready for a battle that will determine will Trish live or die, you know? So they're going to protect Trish for their entire lives, even if they had to go against the entire organization, you know? And of course, we see to it that Mista does give compliments to Narancia, and Abakio does tell, like, Narancia, you better not be complaining after this. But Giorno therefore tells Narancia, like, you got some good courage, man. That's all you need. Of course, we see to it that even Bruno is really happy to see that Narancia wants to protect Trish and wants to defeat the boss with him. And as for Fugo, you know, he doesn't come along. And we see to it that the boss of the entire organization of Passione sends out a message to everyone else that we got traitors of Bruno Bucciarati and Giorno Giovanna. Bring them to me dead or alive, you know? So, yeah, etc. But also, I forgot to mention that the Crimson King's ability is called Invincible. And to say it in all out simple words, he has the ability to eliminate a certain amount of time, and because of this, he can predict the future whatsoever, etc. So yeah, pretty much like overall simple recap in this episode without a lot of details. Bruno fights the boss, almost gets himself killed, but gets saved by Giorno Giovanna last minute, and of course Bruno and the others escape, and Bruno tells him the entire story of the truth and gives them the decision to go with him, and that if they go with him, they're fighting an entire organization and they will be branded traitors and bounty heads and they'll be given a bounty by the boss on their heads. So don't expect this to go well. Everyone else, after making their decision, with the exception of Fugo, who decides not to go with Bruno, decides to like stay with him and take on the entire Passione organization and take down the boss once and for all. So, yeah, pretty crazy and bizarre, honestly. No wonder JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is just like this whatsoever. Oh, man. Anyways, I look forward to next episode. Although the way how the title is going to be for next episode, I don't think it's going to be an episode due to the fact it says something about some kind of special program whatsoever. What's it called? Yeah, let me take a look at it again. Like, it's called Special Program JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind Determinazones or something. I don't know. But guess we'll have to find out. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.